Everybody, hello. Welcome. On baby now. Twist that Unbreakable the podcast. We're back. And we're in on it. It is Monday, September 15th. So we're playing some Beatles today. We need some feel good music while the dogs are going crazy in the living room. Got me someday more baby. I feel like Ferris Bueller. We're celebrating because the Eagles won yesterday. They beat the Chiefs, and the Phillies are on the cusp of the National League East Division Championship. It's great to be alive. It's great to be a Philadelphia sports fan. Woo! Woo! And we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Eagles game. We're going to talk about the Phillies. And we got some other crap to talk about. Like usual. Here we go. Sing it with me. Uh, I can't do it like John Lennon. You know, when the Beatles recorded their first album, this was the last song. They spent all day recording the whole album. John Lennon had a big time head cold that day, but they couldn't cancel the recording because they already had the studio booked with George Martin. So what did he do? The Beatles went from Liverpool to London, cold or no cold. They did the whole album, but by the end of the session, right before they recorded Twist and Shout, Lennon said, we better try to do this in one take because I have no voice. Lennon stripped off his shirt, bare-chested in the recording studio, did Twist and Shout. One take. Yeah, a second take just in case. But basically one take. He gave it all. One of the greatest rock and roll songs ever. And that, that raw voice of his was because of the cold. And he had nothing left. Nothing left. He gave it all. He laid it all out on the table for the last song of the Beatles' first album. What an iconic performance by an iconic band, iconic scene. Jesus. Anyway, okay. Enough of that. We needed some hope, and we needed some good this morning because it's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania again. It's supposed to get up around 78. Beautiful sunshine. It's just been gorgeous weather. Halfway through September already. Can you believe it? Oh my God, this whole year is flying by, isn't it? Oh, the Halloween stuff is out in the stores. Christmas is right around the corner. Oh, shut up, Greg. Don't talk about Christmas. Anyway, what we do have to talk about before we talk about the Eagles and talk about the Phillies, happy birthdays abound today. First, happy birthday, heavenly birthday to my brother Tommy. He is brother a little older than me, passed away a few years ago. Happy birthday, Tommy. Great guy. He was a major Philadelphia sports fan, as we all are in the family. But he loved his Phillies, loved his Eagles especially. And happy birthday. And two other birthdays I want to mention today. Two of my main guys. These guys are guys you would want to sit down and have a beer with. I maybe have a glass of wine, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But the first is the great Pope Leo Pope Leo's birthday. He turned 70 years old. Can you believe it? Still a young guy. I could say that because I'm a little younger than Pope Leo. But anyway, God bless you, Your Holiness, Pope Leo. Happy birthday to you. Hey, by the way, did you guys see or catch glimpses of that show at the Vatican last night? Oh my God, was that something? They had a concert there, right in St. Peter's Square. They had Andrea Bocelli singing his part out. You know, I taught Andrea Bocelli everything he does. I'm going to see. Yes. And they also had Fidel Williams, or whatever the hell his name is. I'm happy because I'm happy that if I'm happy that there's you, because I'm happy. It was a happy occasion. All kinds of happy songs. Jennifer Hudson was there. Jelly Roll was there. You know, and I can't tell you a song Jelly Roll sings, or else I would have played Jelly Roll today instead of the Beatles. But anyway, but maybe other than the fellowship and the good wishes and the prayers and all the good, hopeful stuff that we need this hope in our world. Other than that, did you see the drone show? Oh my God, they had like 300 drones in the air, and they're all making like what do you call it? That picture or something? Like these are like drones. They were all drones, and they were making like the Piata, the uh, the face of Pope Francis, the late Pope. That was kind of scary. It was like Pope Francis is back and he's looking down over the crowd from the sky, saying, "I see you, I see," and all kinds of stuff in the air. What probably would have made it best if they would have had like a evil Go Birds, maybe that they could have Go Birds across the Vatican skyline, you know, for the Pope to see. Anyway, did you see that one actress at the Emmys? I forget what her name is, but she started off her acceptance speech by saying, "Go Birds," even before she thanked her mother and thanked her parents and thanked everybody else in the cast. And she said, "Go Birds, go Birds." The Birds are just, you know, they're becoming this America's team. I'm sorry, Dallas is no longer America's team. Dallas has not won a championship since the 90s. And, you know, when you win a Super Bowl, Dallas, sometime this century, then you could be America's team. But right now, the Eagles are America's team because everybody talks about the Birds. Go Birds, go Birds. And you see what I'm wearing. I couldn't make up my mind. The Phillies are about to clinch National League East, and they're playing great baseball. Forget about yesterday. And the Eagles with the big win. So I mixed it up. I usually don't do that because I'm a very conscious fashion guy, as you could tell by what I'm wearing. But, you know, I thought, all right, I'll switch it up a little bit. I'll blend it. And so I cut the Eagles green with the old school Phillies burgundy. So there you go. There you go. So happy birthday, Pope Leo. The other guy whose birthday is today, and it kind of ties in with the Beatles, British, you know, British. The one and only Prince Harry. Prince Harry's birthday. Yes, Prince Harry turns 41 today. Not Prince Albert. Because remember that old joke when you used to call, when you were a kid, you call the convenience store and say, "Do you have Prince Albert in a can?" Well, you better let him out before he suffocates. Click, click, hang up the phone. Can't do that anymore. Anyway, so it's Prince Harry's birthday. 41, huh? Huh? Yeah, I always liked Prince Harry. He seemed like the kind of chap, the kind of bloke that you'd want to sit down with and have a pint with at the tavern there. Yeah, he seems like a regular kind of guy, you know. does a lot of charity stuff, the Invictus Games, and just seemed like a nice guy. You know what? Nothing against William, because William, I don't know him. Maybe he's a nice guy too. But to me, William seems a little kind of stuffy, like snooty, hoity toity, like like the Queen, Harry seems more like his mom, Princess Diamond, just very down to earth. And that was Princess Diana, And oh God, Princess Diana, my heart throbs. Oh, I miss her because she was a good person. She did a lot for people who needed help. And that's what we need in this world right now. But Prince Harry, I think, is doing a lot. He's hopefully reconciled with the king. You hate to see that, any conflicts there. Hopefully, they are back on speaking terms, and Harry is allowed to go back to England again, and with his wife, and have good. You know what? Let bygones be bygones. Life is too short. And hopefully they have patched everything up, Harry is back in the will. But anyway, happy birthday, Prince Harry. All right. So let's talk about the Eagles. All right. Well, you know what? I I said the Eagles are going to win this game. They're going to beat KC because KC, they're showing themselves. They don't have the weapons. I mean, yeah, they have a lot of people hurt. And as hard as they tried, this was their revenge game for the Super Bowl. They were first home opener. Andy Reid has had that game circled on his calendar since February. You thought, okay, this is the Chiefs' shot to give it back to them. The Chiefs, you can't do it. You can't do it if you don't have the players, right? You can talk all about in sports, any sport, how much you want to do, how much you want to win, how much you're hungry for that championship. But if you don't have the players, if you don't have the personnel, you can't do it. And that's basically what happened to the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they just aren't what they used to be. Patrick Mahomes is still a great, great quarterback. And you fear him. Well, when he's got the ball in his hands, good thing the Eagles were up by 10 points with only, 3 minutes to go, because, with Mahomes having the ball in his hands at the end, it's a little scary. So the Eagles were up by 10. Chiefs scored a touchdown at the end. Didn't need that much because Eagles got the ball back, run the ball out, kill the clock. It's over. It's over. That's it. That's the only thing I would say about the Eagles. They're 2-0. Is I would like to see them get off to a faster start. And the offense, they have a new offensive coordinator. It was the first time ever calling plays. I'd like for the Eagles to start stretching the field, throwing the ball downfield more on first down. Don't wait till third down when you know that you're going to get a blitz. No, first down, throw the damn ball down the field. Use A.J. Brown, use Devontae. Great receivers. You got them. They're weapons. They're home run hitters. Use them. Saquon Barkley, great game yesterday. Jalen Hurts, solid, did not turn the ball over, right? Ran what he had to, solid. Defense, solid. No turnovers, which is always great. No turnovers. Jake Elliott, big kicks again, 58-yarder. Jake the Snake is, he looks good again. It's like the young Jake the Snake. And so I want the Eagles to stay aggressive. I want the Eagles to be aggressive more early in the day. First down, second down, throw the damn ball. I know you got Saquon Barkley. I get it. But don't be too predictable, Eagles. Don't be too predictable, okay? Eagles, hey, 2-0. They haven't played their best football yet after 2. So you can't ask for anything, right? Go into Kansas City, get the win, get the hell out of here, right? And next week, Eagles back home. You know, the Eagles are the only team. Did you notice? Eagles are the only team in the NFL without back-to-back home games. It's home away, home away, home away, home away, home away. That's the way it is all season. So that's what it's going to be. I mean, you got home game, 1 o'clock Sunday. LA Rams come in. Revenge for the Rams. I don't think it's going to be snowing, but revenge. But you know, it's still 1 o'clock game. 10 o'clock on the West Coast. Should be advantage Eagles, right? I don't care about revenge. I don't care about revenge. You know, you got to come in Philadelphia and beat us. Now, will they do it? Rams 2-0, Eagles 2-0. Well, we'll talk about that game more as the week goes on. But big game Sunday. Eagles, you know, you got to look at it this way. They're Super Bowl champs. A lot of Eagles fans. And, you know, every week is going to be a test because all these little peon teams, what do you call it there? Lesser teams, like the Rams. They're going to be coming in. The Eagles are the 100. You know, you got the bullseye on the back. Teams are going to come in and say, we want to knock off the Super Bowl champs. So that's the way it's going to be. If you're going to be Super Bowl champs, you have to take the good with the bad. Tough schedule. Whoa, think about it. Eagles got to go up to Buffalo in December. Like a Buffalo too. I mean, by December, could all change, but cold, snowy Buffalo. Eagles got to go up to Green Bay in December. Cold, snowy Green Bay. Green Bay's 2-0. Woo. But hey, that's the price you pay when you win the freaking Super Bowl. And, you know, that's something the Cowboys won't, they don't know anything, you know. And the Cowboys. Did you see that Cowboys Giants yesterday? It was a good game. What was it, 40-37 or something? But two pathetic organizations try to struggle their way through. You know, Giants start 0-2. Duh, what's new, right? And Dallas just about gets by at home. Yeah, I mean, come on, Giants, Dallas, come on. Anyway, another exciting NFL weekend. Huh? Tonight we got 2 more games. Houston, and we got some Houston and the Bucks, Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. And then you've got the Chargers and the Raiders tonight. And a doubleheader. Now they should have a doubleheader every Monday night. Started at 7 o'clock. Have the second game start at 10. You've got your football guy there all through the night, right? Right? He's watching football. He's not going to bed until 12:30, 1 o'clock. Running that. That's great. Rather than these crappy Thursday night games, the teams don't even like them, you know? They've got 4 days to prepare, and it's stupid. Stop being so stupid, NFL. Take the Thursday, they'll never do it. Take the Thursday games off. Stop that. Doubleheader on Mondays. Trust me. Listen to Daddy here. Daddy knows best. Doubleheader on Mondays. Much better for everybody. Much better. All right, now before I talk Phillies, we'll talk more NFL as the week goes. Phillies. Before I do that, did I tell you the time I almost had a concussion at the Sixers game? Did I ever tell you that story? Yeah. Well, first of all, it sucks being at a Sixers game because they stink. That's number one. Number two, I was in the upper deck. That was about, what was it, a year or two ago? I even did concussion just like by them. I was there with my brother Pat. We were enjoying the game. And during one of the breaks, one of the timeouts, you know how they shoot t-shirts up into the stands? You know how they do that? Like at the Phillies game, they shoot hot dogs up there. Why does the Sixers shoot t-shirts? And that's nice of them to do. And what have you ever seen one though? They wrap the t-shirt up like in a square package, and they have string, like this hard, not like stringy string. It's like I don't know, it's like elastic or whatever, tied up. It's like in a bundle. It's really a hard, compact thing. It's like a cannonball, for God's sakes. And they put it in the gun and they shoot t-shirts up into the stands. And you get a free t-shirt. All right, then. So we're up in the upper deck, and I'm thinking, it's never going to come up here, right? It's never going to come up here. And I'm just eating the hot dog, whatever, during the break. And all of a sudden, I feel this on top of my head. And I'm like, ugh, like I'm ready to pass out. I thought some guy in back of me hit me on top of the head with a club or something. Because, you don't know what can happen at a Philadelphia sports event. People could throw up on you. They could do all kinds of crazy shit. Here, I look down on my lap, and there's one of these bundles, packages of t-shirt, sit right on my lap. What the hell? And so I put two and two together. And I think, oh, okay. One of those freaking t-shirts got high enough in the upper deck, hit me on top of the head. Well, what are the odds of that? Huh? The odds of that. Hit the little guy in a wheelchair on top of the head. What the hell? And then it did just drop on the ground. It plopped off from my head to my lap. And it was sitting there nice and pretty. Good thing none of these other fans are ever grabbing for it. They would have grabbed for somebody, wouldn't grab. Anyway, I looked down and there's the t-shirt. So I got the t-shirt, but I got a concussion. It wasn't a concussion, but I was a little woozy. Not that I'm not woozy all the time anyway. So I'm thinking to myself, nobody ever came over to me, like a doctor or like a nurse, or to give me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Nobody did that. Like the ushers, they didn't care. They should have came over to me and said, Mister, what is your name, Mister? Are you okay? Are you alive? Do you have a concussion? Let's make it worthwhile. We'll give you free tickets to the next game. Since you got hit on the head. And if they would have made me that offer, I would have said, don't make me suffer anymore. Don't give me free tickets to a freaking Sixers game. I don't want to suffer anymore. Anyway, but nobody ever came over to me. And I went home and I was okay. Luckily I lived. But yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about that today, but I was thinking about it. The time I almost died at a Sixers game. Okay, let's talk about the Phillies now before we run out of time. Phillies on the cusp of clinching the NL East division. Huh? This is what you play for all you. You want to win the division first so you can get a automatic spot in playoffs. If you finish in the top two spots of the league, which the Phillies are, they're in the second spot behind Milwaukee, you get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. Get the rest, you get to take it easy for a few days, and then you give it up for the next round of the playoffs. So Phillies, one Phillies win or one New York Mets loss, and the Philadelphia Phillies repeat as National League East champions. And they could raise the banner next year and celebrate, right? And so all it takes is one. And hopefully it happens tonight. Mets aren't playing. Mets are on. So here's the Phillies' chance. Beat the stinking Dodgers out in LA, clinch the division. Speaking of the Dodgers, it's a good thing the Phillies did clinch yesterday. They were at home, last game in the homestand. They could have clinched in front of their home fans, but Kansas City Royals wouldn't let them do that, But it's kind of a good thing because think about it. If the Phillies would have clinched yesterday, they would have had a party, a big party after the game. Garrett Stubbs is back in the team. He's the party animal. He doesn't do much of anything else, but he knows how to party. And they would have had blast. And then they would have had to get on a plane, fly across the country to LA, and play a freaking ball game the next day. They're probably drinking on the plane too. So I don't know what kind of shape they're gonna be in tonight, but you have to get used to time lag and time jet lag. But I would think they're in much better shape than if they would have won yesterday. I was going to say, if they would have won yesterday, got on a plane between the alcohol and the time difference, don't bet on the Phillies tonight. And they would have been lucky if they showed up to the freaking stadium. Geez, just stay back in the hotel. Anyway, I'm hoping the boys will show up tonight. I'm hoping to win behind Rangers pitching tonight. And let's get it over with. Let's clinch the division. There are only 2 games back of Milwaukee for the best record in the entire National League. Now, that means that the path to the World Series goes through Philadelphia. Anybody, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Brewers, whoever ends up making the playoffs will have to go through Philadelphia to get to the freaking World Series. Katie and Coco are here. Oh, what a special day, huh? Oh my God, can this day get any better? Oh God. Let me get my big head out of the way. Katie, hello. Say hello to everybody. Hello. Yes, that's my Katie girl. Yes. This day can't get any better than it is, I'm telling you. So, let's hope the boys wrap it up tonight, huh? And then, keep the pedal to the metal. It's always good to be hot going into the playoffs. I like a hot team going into the playoffs. You don't want to be like the stinking rotten Mets who have collapsed and choked again, like they usually do. And you don't want to be them. Boy, they're just hanging on, aren't they? They're hanging on by the skin of their teeth just to get into the playoffs. Ooh, they're like only a game and a half ahead of the San Francisco Giants as we speak. But anyway, that's their problem. That's not our problem. So let's go Phillies tonight. Kyle Schwarber has 51, 52 home runs now. Oh my God. 51. And I tell you, these boys, Trey Turner, the Phillies might win. The thing of it is, I'm all excited. I'm peeing pits. The thing of it is, the Phillies, I think this is their season. Okay, so Zach Wheeler out, blood clot, serious, gonna have surgery soon, and he's out for the season. Bad break, one of the best pitchers in baseball. But this Phillies team is on a mission. They're on a mission to win the World Series, finally. And this is the year it's all coming together because think about it. Trey Turner, even though he's out until the playoffs, they end up winning the batting title. He's that far ahead. Kyle Schwarber leads the National League in home runs. Now, interesting, the next 3 games, Schwarber, Ohtani, side war there. between Phillies, Dodgers, the two best home run hitters in the National League going at it head to head the next three games here. So Phillies, batting title champ, home run champ. Schwarber is way ahead in RBIs. I tell you, if the Phillies might have champions in all these different categories, Zach Wheeler probably would have led the league in strikeouts if he didn't get hurt. But what I'm saying is everything's coming together. The boys are pulling together. They're playing great baseball. Harris, how about that Harrison Bader? Huh? Hey, I have turned into a Harrison Bader fan. I knew about him when he came up with the Cardinals, won a Gold Glove in center field, hit okay. But he's bounced around. He's been on the Mets. He's been on the Yankees. He's been on the Twins. And you got to wonder why, because he's a solid player. Since he's come to the Phillies, he's hitting like yesterday he got one hit. Duh. He had a streak of 6 straight games where he had at least 2 hits. I mean, this guy is incredible. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. He plays a hell of a center field. Going to be a free agent at the end of the year. I would re-sign him, give him 2 years, let him play. He's only 31. Let him play center field. I would even let him hit leadoff, even when Trey Turner comes back. Hit Trey Turner second. Bader gives you a lot of energy at the top of the lineup. He's got a little bit of power. He's hit 16 home runs this year. I would keep him right where he is. I wouldn't move him. But I would sign Bader for maybe 2 years. And I know they have this kid, Justin Crawford, on the farm. Bring him up, let him play as a 4th outfielder, or trade his ass. I don't care. Get something at me, right? But keep Harrison Bader. He looks like he is a solid player. So, but yeah, we'll talk more about the Phillies' future down the road too. I'm exhausted. What a day, huh? What a day. Is Katie still? Yes, she is. Look at her. She's enjoying the show. Look how enthusiastic she is. Anyway, all right, my friends. I'm going to let you go. So you can go celebrate the day like I'm celebrating the day. Yeah? Don't forget, November 7th, my new book comes out, Strong with Bow. I'm still waiting for the cover to be revealed. As soon as it is, I'll post it on X and on Facebook so everybody can get a sneak peek at the cover. Crazy. Kind of think I know what it's going to be, but I'm not positive. And it's going to be a surprise to me, too. So, it should be soon. It should be soon. Can't wait for you to read this book. I think it's going to be good. Very good. So, okay, everybody. Celebrate the Eagles. They kicked the Chiefs' butt yesterday. Celebrate them. Get ready to party tonight with the Phillies. Yay! They start at 10:10. Game should be over around 12:30. Hey, get up, get out of bed, dance around the streets. Have a drink or two. Celebrate the Phillies being National League East Division champions tonight. Book it. Ranger's going to bring it home to you. And just celebrate being alive. That's enough. That's enough right there, right? It's feeling good and being alive is just enough to celebrate. Happy birthday, Prince Harry. Happy birthday, my brother Tommy. Happy birthday. Hope Leo. I know you're watching me. Leo. God bless. God bless. God bless. And God bless everybody out there. Peace and love. Say bye, Katie. Okay, go ahead. Goodbye, everybody. Good. Okay. See you when I see you, huh? All right. Take care.